Modern life runs on broadcasting. We live in an ecosystem that rewards sharing every milestone, every minor inconvenience, and every daily routine. Yet moving right alongside that constant broadcast is a distinct demographic. These are the people who never post online, rarely ask for favors, and manage the heavy lifting of their lives in total silence. The immediate assumption is usually that they are simply shy or perhaps antisocial. But complete outward silence and strict self-reliance are rarely just personality quirks. They are highly specific, complex psychological adaptations. Two people can look identical on the outside, perfectly capable, fiercely independent, and quiet. But open them up, and you find two completely different engines. One is powered by emotional security. The other is driven by childhood trauma. Consider the person who consciously opts out of the digital spotlight. They celebrate victories and take vacations, but they choose not to upload the evidence. Psychologists attribute this to a high privacy orientation. They prioritize their mental space over the quick dopamine hits that come from public popularity. This is driven by an internal locus of evaluation. The driving force of self-worth points inward, ignoring the pressure of outside opinions. External validation has nowhere to land. Others' opinions simply ricochet away, while their own sense of self grows stronger. They understand the mechanics of social comparison theory. They recognize that digital highlight reels are illusions and protect their mental health from measuring their reality against someone else's fiction. Their silence is a sign of secure self-esteem. They do not announce their lives because they already feel complete. For this group, invisibility is a deliberate, empowered choice that guarantees emotional peace over the exhaustion of constant performance. But there is a second pathway to quiet independence. One born not from feeling complete, but from a childhood where there was no other option. This is parentification. It occurs when a child is forced to manage adult emotions and shoulder heavy responsibilities long before their brain is ready. Under this pressure, the developing brain adapts by suppressing the child's own needs to maintain calm and solve the problems of the adults around them. The result is survival independence. They didn't stop asking for help because they were naturally strong, but because they learned support is dangerously inconsistent. This creates split maturity. Their capacity for responsibility spikes early, while emotional fulfillment flatlines. This causes uneasy rest. Because their nervous system adapted to chronic stress, doing nothing triggers an immediate spike of anxiety. Peace feels like incoming danger. They develop guarded empathy. They are experts at reading a room and anticipating problems, but they use this awareness as a shield against the heavy cost of caring without protection. For this group, excessive independence is an exhaustion loop. Every task managed alone reinforces the belief that relying on others is impossible, and receiving care feels like an unbearable burden. Extreme self-reliance is rarely a simple personality trait. It is either a sign of robust mental health or a deeply hidden scar. If you navigate the world quietly, handling your burdens without an audience, it is worth asking which engine is driving your independence. If your quiet comes from a place of security, protect that groundedness. Maintain those boundaries against a world that demands noise. But if your independence is a survival tactic from a parentified childhood, healing will not come from becoming even tougher or more capable of standing alone. For the child who grew up too fast, healing means unlearning those survival mechanics. It is realizing that vulnerability is not a weakness, and that you are finally allowed to rest.